Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_ for live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. As well, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com, or download the app in the App Store and use your promo code SENSTalk, save $20 off your first purchase. The links are in the description below. Now, congratulations. The St. Louis Blues have finally gotten over the hump. Your 2019 Stanley Cup champions are the St. Louis Blues. In the beginning of January, the St. Louis Blues were below Ottawa. Yeah, that team, the Ottawa Senators in the standings. They were last place in the league, 31st. A few months later, they're on the top. They are your 2019 Stanley Cup champions. Congratulations to all Blues fans watching this and around the world. 52 years in the making. 52 years in the making. Congratulations. Now, the team with the longest drought is the Maple Leafs. 52 years, 53 now, 53 years, I guess now, I don't know, without a cup. So, that's a nice little sweet spot on that. Now, like I said in my other preview prediction videos for the first, second, and third rounds, I said I would show you the final bracket. So, firstly, before we get into this incredible season by the Blues and the incredible Game 7 in Boston, let's get back to it. So, I originally predicted Calgary versus Tampa Bay, with Tampa winning the cup. That didn't happen. So, I'll give you a little gander right here of how it really went down. So, yeah, it was very confusing, upsetting playoff for some people, but it was definitely fun to watch. And it ends up with St. Louis defeating the Boston Bruins, and the Bruins, it's too bad they're not going to get a parade 2 months after their last one with the Patriots and Red Sox. So about time a non-Boston team wins it, and it's nice to see a team to win their first Stanley Cup back-to-back years. Last year Washington, this year St. Louis, so congratulations to St. Louis. Let's get into the season firstly. In January, at the beginning of January, like I said previously, they were bottom of the league, 31st. Your Ottawa Senators, or the Senators, were above the eventual Stanley Cup champions in the standings. That says something. The Blues end up firing Mike Yeo, promote interim coach Craig Berube to be interim head coach for the remainder of the season, I guess postseason as well. And then they call up a goalie, Jake Bennington, who refused to be the starting goalie in ECHL. So he was, guess what? St. Louis played Boston. Bennington played for Boston's affiliate Providence this year because he refused to be playing in ECHL. He refused that assignment, so he went to play on a loan for Providence Bruins, the AHL team for the Bruins. So all of a sudden, goalie in that is Bennington, AHL goalie, and you have an interim coach. All of a sudden, the Blues start winning. They start climbing. The Blues make the playoffs. They kick it off, defeating the higher seed Winnipeg Jets. Then they go on to play the Dallas Stars. When the Blues won Game 7 last night, I immediately thought, wow, the Stars were... Well, Ben Bishop, anyway, was right there. The Blues and Stars fought head-to-head, nail to toe. In a 7-game series in the second round, Ben Bishop stood on his head in Game 7, over 50 saves. Pat Maroon, the hometown boy, won that one, so they go to the conference finals to play San Jose with a depleted lineup in the last 2 games. The Blues are heading off to the Stanley Cup Finals now after beating the Sharks in 6. They're now taking on the Boston Bruins, who have had a much, after the first round, a pretty easy path. 7 games against the Leafs, once again taking down the Leafs. Yay. The Blue Jackets' Cinderella run comes to an end against the Bruins, and the Bruins sweep the Carolina Hurricanes to face the St. Louis Blues, where we bring us to this series. So in Game 1, the Bruins won that one. Game 2, this is where I think things started to change for the Blues. This one, I'm not just saying this, the Blues needed to split the series heading back to home. They were 0-12 in Stanley Cup final games all time, 0-13 going to Game 2. Joel Edmondson hits the post with a minute and a half left in the game, and then with a few minutes going into the overtime period, Joel Edmondson rips it past Tuukka Rask. The Blues win the game 1-1. Joel Edmondson, the former Toronto Maple Leaf, and the Blues are going back home 1-1. They split the series there. They go back, make it 2-2, going back to Boston for Game 5. The Bruins lose at home. The Blues, they win. They have a chance to win it at home. And they lose very badly. And just like that, the Blues are not the favorites anymore. It's the Boston Bruins. They're the favorites. But Bennington says, no. I'm carrying this team to a championship. Game 7, Bennington, big save, Miraculous stop. Sprawling stop. Binnington made stop after stop, and then the Blues get like their first shot on net. A deflection from Ryan O'Reilly, the first player since Wayne Gretzky to score in 4 Stanley Cup final games in a row, makes it 1-0 Blues. Moments later, 7 seconds ago, the little rat he is, Brad Marchand goes for a little hip check, little shoulder check, lets Pietrangelo walk right in for a 3-on-2 attack for the Blues. As he goes off, Pietrangelo is left all alone to the front of the net. 2-0 for the St. Louis Blues. Brad Marchand misses his assignment. He comes off. There's 13 seconds to go in the period. He says, screw it. What's going to happen? What happens? 2-0 eventual game-winning goal. Firstly, Marchand, 13 seconds left. I don't care if you're tired. Get your ass on the ice and stay with your man. If I'm a Bruins fan, I'd be livid at Marchand right now. He killed all momentum. Well, he didn't kill momentum, but he gave the Blues that spark they needed, because after that, the Blues played well. But Pietrangelo just left wide alone, and there was no one there covering. It was too late for Grzelcyk to come back, and Pietrangelo roofs it past Tuukka Rask through the shoulder, right over here, and then bar in. The Blues up 2-0 going into that second period, and the second period was very close. Binnington needed to make multiple huge stops. We go to the third period now, where a nice pass from Perron finds, I believe, was it Maroon? I know Sanford scored the fourth. I don't remember the third. I think it was Bozak. It was a one-time shot through the slot. McAvoy and Chara did not see the Blues forward coming, and he rips it glove side on Tuukka Rask. It's 3-0. Then a nice play around the boards from Perron finds Sanford all alone. Dagger, 4-0 in favor of the Blues. Grzelcyk roofs it past Binnington to break the shutout bid. 4-1 is the final, as the St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions for the 2019 National Hockey League season. We have a champion. It's the Blues. They finally get over the hump after years and years of mediocrity and just not doing enough in the playoffs. They finally have done it. The goalie situation looks to be good. Now I'm predicting it right now. I'm saying Binnington reminds me of Matt Murray. Spectacular first couple of years. I think he's always going to be a playoff goalie. I think he's going to be the real deal. But I think he's gonna falter a bit in the next few years. I'm sure. Like I just have a feeling he's Matt Murray. I love the guy. I obviously hope he doesn't, but I feel like he's like the next Matt Murray. A pretty good goalie, but I think the team around him might get older. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of a similar story, with the Penguins, where they fired Dan Bilesma, and then they promoted Mike Sullivan. And then they won the cup with a young goalie in Matt Murray. Same thing story here. So I see that's what I mean. The similarities are insane. And, congratulations to Binnington firstly. Conn Smythe Trophy winner was Ryan O'Reilly. He had 4 goals in the last 4 games of the Stanley Cup Finals, which, like I said previously, has never been done since Wayne the Great won Gretzky. But I think Binnington probably deserved the Conn Smythe because he kept them in every single game of the playoffs. He got them to the playoffs. And Ryan O'Reilly, firstly, awful trade from the Buffalo Sabres that should have never been done. But Ryan O'Reilly, great playoff, but I think Binnington deserved just because he's the reason they were there. He's the reason they won that game. The Bruins could have won this one 8-9 nothing for sure. So congratulations once again to Blues fans, to the Blues organization, to Layla Anderson, a young girl, as you all know, dealing obviously with some medical issues, and it's just great to see the team bond with her and use her as play for her, and it was really nice to see her hoist the cup. It shows that sports really don't mean much in the grand scheme of things, and I'm very, very happy that Layla Anderson got to see her team win the Stanley Cup. She's a tough little girl, and I'm very happy for her. It was a great story, and I'm glad she's starting to recover as well. But besides that, Bruins fans, if you're watching this, you went to the Cup in 2011. You won that one. You went to the Cup in 2013. You lost heartbreakingly to the Blackhawks. And in 2019, you lost, after a good effort in Game 7. So if I were you, you have the Red Sox, you have the Celtics, you have the Patriots. Your team, the Bruins, have been in the finals 3 times in the last 10 years. Last 9 years. So don't worry. You guys will be back. Rask is a really good goalie. Patrice Bergeron, Grzelcyk, McAvoy, Chara, Bergeron, Marchand, Pasternak, Krejci, etc., etc. You guys are going to be fine. I'm expecting a big season out of you guys next year. But that's it. That's the NHL season. So that's my last recap for a game and series for the next few months. So it's nice. We have the NHL draft coming up in June 22nd, I believe, June 22nd, 23rd in Vancouver. We as well have free agency on July 1st. I won't be able to make a video right away, but I'll have a video after a week or two after that. Yeah, and it's going to be fun. The draft, free agency, the NHL awards are in a few days, so let's see if Bennington wins the Calder. But besides that, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon, and congratulations once again to the St. Louis Blues on a well-deserved Stanley Cup championship. So thank you for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at SENS_. For live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news, please like us on Facebook at SENS. Add our circles on Google Plus SENS. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like the video, share the video, we're cool stuff. Please check out our website, SENStalkCentral.com. We update that every single day. And, of course, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com, or download the app on the App Store and use the promo code SENStalk to save $20 on your first purchase. The Raptors are playing the Golden State Warriors tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go, Raptors! Bring that championship home to the nation's capital, Ottawa. Come to Parliament and celebrate. Please bring a NBA Finals championship back to Canada. We're all rooting for you. Let's go, Raptors. Good luck. We the North. Thank you for watching. Go Sens Go.